I just play with that. Really more of a motorcycle dirt bike than a motor. But last time I was motorbike was like 27.
Never too late to start.
No, I'm like that guy, man. If I can get my wife to it. That's good for you. Oh, I know. selective hearing.
Hear what you want to hear.
Regular bike, stay 2x2 with me. We're going straight.
See, I told you. You should hear it again.
All the time. That's what I do. Love it. Love it.
I'm trying to get back into it.
Good. So fun. Nothing beats it. After work, you're all stressed out. I get on a bike. It all goes right. It's awesome. I take my daughter to school on my cargo bike. She sits on the back. She loves it. Bikes are awesome. No, I'm from California. All the time. Usually it doesn't get below like 40. So it's not bad. Okay.
It's awesome out there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I do a lot of races out there.
Yeah.
Big bike races.
I still can't figure out how some of those guys can do up to Pikes Peak.
They're insane. Yeah, that's insane. I'll say that. Yeah, that's just wild. I'm sure it's worth the view at the top.
Oh yeah, I've been up there. I took the train up there.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah. That's cool.
That's all they do up there.
Yeah.
I like somebody here that's doing it.
Yeah. You got you on a good one. It's on carbon. Pretty awesome. It's pretty light.
Oh yeah, good.
Carbon fiber. Yeah. That's what it's at. Plastic.
Hopefully we don't have to back up into the
Tuck in. We're gonna stop up here. Stop here.
Alright. Good nice quiet spot down here at the end of the road. Practice your limbo skills. All the way out there. Who's gonna push a button?
Can you imagine carrying one of those things around? I can see people.
No, there's something you just pop
That's what I'm saying, but even then, it's still
stick it in your pants. I don't
They
know.
actually,
kind of minimalist.
they banned them at Disneyland.
Really?
Yep.
You can't get in with one.
Yep.
A selfie stick?
Yep.
They were. what
People
was it?
going on rides with
Just
them?
distraction.
Somebody probably was, being annoying. And
Yeah.
sticking
No,
in
it
their
actually fell off
crowd.
a ride.
What's that?
The selfie stick fell off into
Oh,
a ride.
okay.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Danger, danger. All right. So,
Drink water.
yeah. Was everybody good with the functionality of their bikes coming out? Did you play with your shifters a little bit? Okay. So we're going to do a quick little drill just to get you dialed in with that. We're going to ride back toward where the three-wheelers turned off. Okay. That's going to be our turnaround point. So just down there and back one time, and on your own, by yourself, in your own space, working on manipulating your shifters. based on the change of terrain or if the wind picks up or anything like that. I want you to keep the pedal speed in the middle, or what we call a sweet spot range of cadence. In other words, I don't want you in a hard gear where you're grinding along at 40 or 50 RPMs. And then the flip side of that is I don't want you pedaling along at 130 or 140 RPMs like a hamster in a wheel and not pushing on anything, right? Because both of those extremes are inefficient when it comes to endurance cycling, right? Somewhere in the middle, preferably like 75 to 95 RPMs is a more acceptable range for most riders that will help you go
What are
longer.
RPM?
Revolutions per minute.
So that's talking
Okay.
about your crank, right?
It's talking about your pedal, so or your pedals. So if you count, if you don't have a computer on your bike, if you count every time the left pedal goes down to the bottom,
That's
or goes around, that's 1 RPM.
Okay.
So don't count left, right, left, right, left, right. Count left, 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 or however you want to do it. So it's revolutions per minute. Basically, you don't have to worry about counting that stuff this morning. Just, I'll be watching you a little bit, and you can have some of the more experienced riders watching also. If you're grinding too slow, pushing too hard, that's like weight training. That's like leg presses. How many leg presses, how many 300-pound leg presses can any of you do? Okay. Well, I'm
Maybe
saying,
like 2 or 3.
okay. How many 100-pound leg presses could you do?
A lot more.
A lot more.
Sorry.
How many 10-pound leg presses could you do?
Yes.
A whole lot more.
A lot. Okay. So think of cycling as like doing a whole bunch of 5 or 6-pound leg presses. Okay. That you could do all day long. You don't want to only be able to do 30 300-pound leg presses, because then you're done. Right. So if you think about it that way, light, fast, high reps, and a lot of them. In a 2-hour ride, if you do the math, that's 120 minutes. If you're doing 80, let's call it 100 RPMs for 120 minutes. How many reps is that?
I'm not good at math.
It's a lot. 12,000?
12,000.
Yeah.
That's 12,000 leg presses on each leg. So you don't want to try to do hundreds of pounds. Okay?
Not to be rude or anything, but
Okay.
when you said that we're riding in twos, are we staying doing that?
Right now, you're going to ride on your own.
Okay.
On this drill, you're going to go on your own, in your own space, at your own speed. There's no prize for getting down there and back the quickest. Okay, so you just get used to your bike. When we ride